what's going on, guys? It's Tom, and today I want to talk about something that I haven't talked about in a while. I've talked about getting guys to like you before, and I mean, I have a lot of videos on that subject. But here's the thing, I've never made a video actually giving you exact copy and paste phrases that you can just use that instantly make someone like you more. And I just finished my first video for Attract Academy, so I'm in a really good mood right now, so I'm gonna give you guys a very, very special video today. I'm gonna give you some exact lines you can say, some concepts you can use that attract anyone instantly, whether it's a guy, girl, doesn't matter. And they're all super easy to memorize, so this is gonna be a video that I think is gonna have a pretty big impact on you, so hopefully you stay all the way to the end. I hope you enjoy this video, and let's begin. So, number one, this is going to be a concept that I want you to remember for the rest of your life. It's something you can use anytime, anywhere, and the reason why? Because it is so attractive when a girl starts the conversation with the guy. Most guys feel like it's their job to always start the conversation, and here's the thing, for most guys, it is their job to start the conversation. They don't have a lot of girls hitting them up first. So, if there's a guy you like, and you're hitting him up instead of him always hitting up you, you are probably the one girl who's actually brave enough to do that. And the more you do that, the more you have the ability to separate yourself from other girls that he might be talking to. And the more you can separate yourself from everyone else, the more different, the more unique you can appear in his eyes, the more he's going to think about you, and the more he's thinking about you, the less he's thinking about everyone else. And not only that, but when you hit up a guy first, it also says so many other things that he wants to be thinking. Like if I'm pursuing a girl, her hitting me up first tells me that I'm not wasting my time. If I'm always starting the conversation, every step of the way, I'm going to be wondering, am I wasting my time? Is she not interested? But if she hits me up first, suddenly I get that validation. I'm told everything I'm doing isn't for nothing. And so if there's ever a guy that you've liked in the past or you were talking to, and then for some reason it just didn't go anywhere and it just kind of fizzled out, this might be the reason, like literally the reason why, because you never talked to him or started the conversation, and then he felt like there was no point, like you didn't have a chance. I'm not saying that happens every time, I'm just saying it's a possibility for some of you, so hopefully you might have learned something just then. And when you hit him up, by the way, you can say anything you want. You can say, hey, how's your day going? Or you can do what I like to do, which I'm just on Instagram constantly, and like 90% of the accounts that I follow, if they're not friends of mine, they're going to be meme accounts. For example, the other day I was on Instagram, I was doing some scrolling, I was probably scrolling like 3 miles. I've always wondered how many miles have I actually scrolled on my phone in my lifetime. Like I have no idea. I could be like 100 miles. That hurts to think about. Anyway, so I was on Instagram and I saw a meme that was about Game of Thrones and it made me laugh. So I decided to screenshot it and I sent it to my buddy Andrew Quo. You might know of him. Because both of us like Game of Thrones. That's something that we have in common. To be fair, he likes Game of Thrones a lot more than me, but you know, we both like it, so I thought I would send it to him because when I saw it, it made me think of him. And that's really what you're doing. When you text them first, you're telling them, hey, I thought of you and I wanted to talk to you. And it's really those things that are non-verbal that you're communicating that are really the most important. Now, number two, this is going to be a phrase that you can use for the rest of your life, whenever you want, anytime, anywhere, and it's instantly going to make someone like you more. I usually save these kinds of things for Attract Academy because, to be honest, these are slightly more manipulative. Like, I'm gonna give you a copy and paste line you can use anywhere. I want you to be genuine when you say this line, but here's the thing. Once you know what the line is, when you say it, you can be telling the truth, you can be lying. I have no idea, and neither does the person that you're saying it to, but either way, they're going to instantly be more attracted to you. So that's why I usually save these kinds of tips for my private members area, because I don't like to teach this kind of stuff publicly. But I'll give you this one for free just because I'm in a really good mood today. I'm actually gonna give you one more later in this video, but anyway, here is phrase number one. Let's say you're hanging out with them and they're doing something that you really like or something that makes you happy. You're going to turn to them and you're gonna say, wow, you're not like other guys. You're not gonna say it in that very monotone, scripted way that I just said it, hopefully, but that is what you want to convey. And the reason why this is so effective is because literally every guy in the world doesn't want to be like other guys. They want to feel special. They want to feel different. They want you to think they're special and that they're not like other guys that you talk to. But we all know that if a guy just straight up says, hey, I'm not like other guys, first thing you should do is just run in the opposite direction. Because odds are, if you say you're not like other guys, you're probably like other guys. So when you actually tell him, that makes him feel unique and amazing. He's gonna feel good about himself, and he's gonna feel good about himself specifically when he's around you. And when he's around you, he's gonna associate those emotions with you. And when he associates those emotions with you, that's when we're cooking. I don't know why I just said that's when we're cooking, but that's a phrase my grandmom used to say. I don't know why I said that, but that's what we're gonna be doing. Don't just say that line randomly though. Please, when you say it, A, actually mean it, and B, say it when he does something that most guys don't do. So number 3, this one actually might be my favorite out of all of them, either this one or number 5. But I think this one's my favorite because when someone says this to me, it shows that they genuinely appreciate me. Like, this is one of those ones that's just very authentic. It's another concept, but I'm also gonna give you a copy and paste phrase that you can literally say that makes them just really like being around you more. Now, here's the thing. Most other dating advice channels, what they're gonna say is that if you want to make someone like you more, something you can say is a compliment. Like, yeah, that works, but I feel like that's the most generic advice in the world. Like, if you're giving dating advice, don't give me advice that I can find on Google. Come on, give me something that I've never heard before. So instead of me being like other channels, I'm gonna go a step further. I'm gonna give you specific instructions on what kind of compliments you can get that actually make someone really like you more. And don't get me wrong, it is true that if you compliment someone on anything, yeah, they're going to like you more. They're going to appreciate that. Like, if you leave a comment below this video and you compliment me on a physical aspect about my body, probably from the nipples up. But if you leave a comment complimenting me on my jawline saying, wow, Tom, you are totally #jawline goals, I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying if you did, you know, I might just happen to notice your comment and then like it and respond. I'm not saying anything though. But here's the thing. If you're gonna give someone a compliment, there are certain things that you can compliment someone on that they will appreciate more than you praising their diamond cut jawline, okay? And the way you do that is by specifically complimenting them on something that they've actually worked on. For example, if you join Attract Academy and you tell me how the advice in the VIP private members area has changed your life, I'm going to appreciate that compliment 1,000,000 times more than one about my jawline, because I've put like 6 months of effort into making sure that the advice that's in Attract Academy is the best videos that I've ever made in my life. So the harder that someone works on something, the more they appreciate the praise that they get for that thing. So the next time you're talking to someone that you actually like, one really easy question that you can memorize, just say this: what's one part of your life that you've worked really hard on and you're truly proud of? By the way, feel free to answer that question yourselves in the comment section down below, because I'm actually curious what you guys have to say. But when you ask that, he's going to give you an answer that's very close to his heart. And now all you have to do is remember that answer, and maybe in 2 to 4 weeks, actually tell him that you respect or you appreciate or you admire that specific thing about him. And now you're guaranteed for him to hold you in a special place in his heart. You're welcome. So, number 4, this is a tip that, to be honest, it was inspired by a girl. This was a girl who I developed a friendship for a couple of years ago. And as most friendships between guys and girls who are physically attracted to each other, we didn't just stay friends. But that's not what I liked about her so much. What I liked about her specifically was the dynamic of how our relationship was. I felt like she was someone who genuinely admired me as a person, as a whole. Like, she would come to me whenever she had problems, and she saw me as someone who protected her, and I was. Which, anytime you can make a guy feel like he protects you, he's going to like you. It is involuntary. But like, I have huge ambitions, okay? That's just the guy I am. And with everything that I wanted to do with my life at that point, she always wanted to know how she could help me, how she could support me, how she could be with me. And most importantly, the phrase that you can actually like use, well, the thing is, like, she didn't actually ever say this like phrase exactly. And most importantly, the phrase you use is, it's something that, like, she didn't even say it like word for word. Even though she never said it straight up, she would show it through her actions. But her actions always said she believed in me, and that is like that meant so much to me. Like, that's the kind of person that I want to be around. I think everyone wants to be around someone who believes in them, especially when we live in a world where everyone's really negative and always trying to tear other people down. And if someone believes in you and they want to help you out too, that is amazing. And the truth is, I definitely would have dated this girl. The only thing that stopped me from ever wanting to date this girl specifically was the fact that she had cheated on a previous boyfriend. And even though I don't think she ever would have cheated on me, I'm just the kind of guy who has very strict boundaries and rules for the type of girl who I would date. And that was literally the one reason I didn't date her. If it wasn't for that one thing, I absolutely would have. Which, by the way, in case you were like wondering my opinion on cheating, don't do it. It literally takes one mistake and then you have that permanently tattooed on you for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you can do to change that. And there are a lot of people, especially the guys that you probably want to date, who will not date you because they have high standards and they're not gonna date someone who's ever cheated on someone in the past. And if you have cheated on someone, you either tell them the truth and you probably can't date them, or you don't tell them the truth and then you're hiding the secret for the entire relationship. Either way, it's a lose-lose. By the way, if you've ever worried about getting cheated on or lied to, if you ever wished that there was actually a way for you to be able to tell if someone was lying to you, I just released a brand new program. It's called the Human Lie Detector, and it's inside Attract Academy. And what it is it's my personal method that I always use to be able to tell if someone is ever lying to me. I'm not gonna post it on YouTube simply because if someone sees that video who knows me and they want to lie to me at some point, now they know my technique. And even though I have like multiple ways to get around that problem, because there's definitely way more than one way to figure out if someone's lying to you, those other techniques, they're more advanced, they're more complicated. This specific method that I want to show you, it's super easy to use. It's a complete step-by-step guide. It's only 3 steps. So you can memorize it in like 2 minutes and then you have it literally for the rest of your life to always know if someone's lying to you. So if that sounds like something you're interested, I'll put a link in the description down below so you can check that out. I'm only going to limit it to 1,000 people though, because after that I'm going to take down the site, because if someone wants to lie to me, again, they can still get the video, so eventually I'm going to take this down. So if the link in the description doesn't work, you don't have to leave a comment saying, hey, it doesn't work. That just means it's taken down. It's not a big deal, don't worry about it. I just wanted to give that to some of the people who are here early, who like have notifications on for my videos, to kind of like reward you guys. Which, by the way, if you don't have notifications on, what you do is you hit the subscribe button, and then there's a little bell, and you hit that, and then you're gonna be notified. I think they send you an email every time I upload a video, so you can be the first to get early access to other content. Anyway, kinda got off topic there. Let's get back on point. So the 5th thing that you can say, and by the way, this is probably, I said this earlier, this is like one of my other favorite techniques that, not that I like to use, but when someone says it to me, it hits a soft spot in my heart. It's honestly like the cutest thing you can do when you see someone who you like. And all you have to do next time you see him is, as soon as you see him, run up to him and say, I missed you. Bonus points if you run up to him and give him a hug while you're saying it. Warning, he might melt right on the spot and fall madly in love with you if you smell really good while you're doing this, while hugging him, while making him feel amazing. This is kind of evil. It's like that is how powerful this one is, at least for me. If you learn something from this video that you can see yourself actually using, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up down below. If you want me to do a part 2 of this video, give it a thumbs up. If we reach 5,000, I'll make a part 2. But yeah, if you haven't left a comment yet, feel free to let me know which of these 5 techniques do you think is your favorite? Which one do you see as the best one? Let me know down below, because I'm really actually curious to see what you guys like, so I know like what kind of advice I should give more in the future. But if this is your first time ever watching one of my videos and you don't hate my face, feel free to subscribe, because we make videos like this every single week. And guys, that's really all I've got to say on it, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Peace. I'm back.